So on the ones that I couldn't share, I've just kind of been doing a screenshot and sharing that. Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, the whole idea is to create that FOMO and that, hype around it. So I always try to think of like what am I going to try to like showcase as I do these stories tonight? So each one I like add a little something to it,
Right.
So even if you only have a few and you can't share all of them, like what story are you telling as you're sharing those stories?
That's kind of what I like today. It was more like, we, and you can always use the song lyrics too. Like I've been trying to incorporate those into like why we're sharing them and why those are our lyrics. I think that's kind of fun as well. So.
Okay. I just have to say, I am so happy to see so many of you guys tonight.
No, like we're all the boxes. Oh wait, we lost one. Come back.
It was Anna.
It was Anna. Anna was on there twice.
Oh, Anna, come on. She
looks like she's on my phone's dying, so I switched to my computer.
Oh, I see. Got it. Okay, we need one more person to join. Go on a team page and say, "Hey, somebody, we need you."
I think one of my newer coaches might be coming.
Oh.
Which, by the way, guys, congrats on yesterday for having the most successful launch to date as a team. Pretty rad. And the fact that it was the most successful launch with coaches just needs to be celebrated for a second. So
did you guys see how many coaches signed up to commit to
on day one? And we have the whole month.
It was like 25. Was it Andy?
26. And there's 26. More rolling in.
No. Team Beachbody wide.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was like 25,000.
Yeah, it was like 25. It was over 25,000.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just the second day. I will say though, and I said this today in a Vox with a bunch of girls, that if it wasn't successful for you and you feel down, because I know that feeling all too well because we've had so many of these launches, please know that we have 30 more days in this month. And I know that because my birthday's on July 31st. What? So, thanks, James. But we're just beginning. Like, this is just we're just like in the tip of the iceberg. And so if you're feeling like, man, I didn't do anything to contribute, you did something. You're doing something. As long as you're sharing and you're creating hype, you're doing something. And people will get on board. Maybe if they're not all going to sign as coaches like they have been for some of us, but that doesn't mean that you've failed the launch. So I just want to throw that out there because I know that feeling of man, it was so great. Here we are celebrating and it wasn't great for you. And that feeling of well, shoot, I missed it. You didn't miss it. We barely even touched the surface. So don't feel that way and know that you've got 30 more days.
And this is the first time a launch has ever been in this format where only coaches and new coaches can do it for 15 days before anybody else. And I think it made it a little bit different. But I signed 6 people yesterday. I've never in the almost 6 years of my business, I've never signed 6 coaches in one day. Never. So don't feel like that at all. There is so much potential from here on forward. And I honestly think that this program is going to be something that creates that ripple effect well past July 29th, you guys, because some people need to see, a month in. 50 days in, 75 days. Some people are going to need to see you do the full 100 days before they're going to be like, okay, maybe you're right. They've
already watched for a year. They're going to watch for another 100 days. You know what I mean? How many people, and yes, you may not see that today, but how many people eventually are I've been watching you for a year. Why? Just join. Just do the thing. So keep that in mind. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great month. I have no doubt about it. Which let's celebrate a couple things because that's what we should start the month with, a July 2nd team call. Do you want me to go first or do you want to?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a couple. Courtney, not only did she go Emerald last week, but I think she signed 6 coaches for just since yesterday. And that is huge. I mean, and I don't know, she's not on this call sheet now. Courtney, if you're listening, but she actually did this business before, and she's, she came in with like a whole different mindset, and it's totally paying off in what she's doing. And I know that she's feeling all the good feels. So congratulations to Courtney. Carrie, also not on this call, but she also went Emerald. So she will be announced this Thursday. There one other, Jessie, and Jessie went Emerald as well. So I will be announcing her on Thursday. So that's exciting. That's like and that's all within a week since last Wednesday. So we haven't even, or Thursday, since last Thursday. So all three of them, a big shout out, which is awesome.
And I want to recognize Joey for hitting Success Club on the last day, in the last few hours, and not throwing in the towel and just going, you know what? There's a big launch coming. I can just wait till July 1. Nope. She finished June in Success Club, and that is something to be celebrated. So major props, Joey. And I also want to celebrate Cece, who will be another Emerald on our team come Thursday, who's also second month Success Starter. This will be month 3, and she will be earning her free ticket to next year's summit, which, by the way, we will find out where it is a week from Saturday night. That's when they always tell us where next year's will be. It will probably not be in Indy because we normally go to the same state twice and then we move. Hopefully we're moving.
No, I think they did a 2-year contract. So I think we will for sure move.
How do you know such things?
Because I asked last year when I did not want to go back to Indy. I was a little bit annoyed we were going to Indy again. Really? You have to come back here? I hope it's Vegas, to be honest.
Yeah, Vegas would be really fun.
Well, and just, yeah. But yes, we will find out in almost a week. Woohoo!
Yay!
And we will be sending out June prizes, which I think you saw at the end of the month was a gold pineapple. Can you go help her?
Necklace.
A pineapple necklace. So that's exciting. And we will share the July prize, which I think a lot of you are going to be getting. We'll share that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And kind of the goal, guys, would be every time, so when we put that image up there, every time you help somebody new, go in there and update your totals. You can either just hit reply or you can just post again. So every time you sign up either a coach or you help somebody, go in there and say like Success Club 4, Success Club 6, Success Club 8, whatever. And her name is Sarah and her name is Courtney or whatever. So that way we can celebrate you the whole way along. Go brush, baby. Anyway, we're all in the room today because that's, we just big house. We just thought we'd all hang out together in the one place that I have to be. It's fine. Anyway, yeah. So that's, I think, all of our recognition. Yeah. Letty signed a coach yesterday, which is exciting.
Big moves going on.
Big moves. Making those big moves.
All right, why don't we jump into it? I want to know any and all questions, comments, remarks, anything that you guys are feeling about Morning Meltdown. I know that there's been a lot of moving parts with this, so I want to make sure that everybody feels good to go with how to talk to people about it, how to get people set up. If you are signing people up as coaches with the understanding that as of today and probably for the beginning, they solely want the discount. If you're wondering, do I put them in the team page? Do I not? What do I send them? We can talk about all of these things, but before I launch into anything, I want to know if there's any specific questions you guys have. And I'm going to turn off this baby monitor.
I have a question. So, Kim, I know you kind of explained this, but I'm still confused. So, right now it's $130 for the challenge pack, right? Or is it $160?
If they don't have Beachbody On Demand, it's $160. If they have Beachbody On Demand, it's $130.
Oh, I see. And that gives them the coach package.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All of our challenge packs, if you are signing up as a coach, it will lump their coach fees waived.
Okay.
All of them. So $130 or $160. If like yesterday, signing up completion packs for people who already had VOD their $40 is
Okay.
waived. And just for the sake of saying so, even if you signed somebody, like let's say you sold a challenge pack yesterday, just for the sake of saying it, and next month they decided they wanted to become a coach, they might have to pay the $40, but you can get that money back. And you can pretty much get the $40 back. I mean, I've done it years later and they've never argued. So just
What
so
is
you're
this
in the know
sale?
of that
Because
part.
I heard somewhere that it said it goes on sale. It's $20 off. What's that?
Beachbody always kind of says it's on sale. I mean, truthfully, if you go to like the main price of any of the packages, they all are like $20 to $40 more than what they're actually being sold for. So I think it's just their way of being. It's our way of being be able to say like, you're getting, what could be $200 for 140 or 160 or whatever.
Okay.
So it's pretty much always on sale, but like Morning Meltdown will probably go up $20 next month. I don't know, maybe probably.
It's hard to say because they only tell us what's on sale, and it's normally $20 off whatever packs they decide to put on sale for the month. They always tell us just a couple days before the new month, and they hype it up like it's not going to be on sale anymore. And then sometimes when that email comes at the end of July, it's like, oh, just kidding, we're going to put it on sale for another month. But for example, last month they had all the challenge packs that were over $150 discounted $20. The only ones on sale this month are Morning Meltdown. So the basic pack that I think a lot of us were selling last month, which is typically $160, the one that's just Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology, it was $140 last month. Now it's back up to $160.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. Which I didn't even think about this, but so people who bought the 140 pack last month already saved $20 on it for buying it last month. Then they also got the promo code to buy MM100 this month. And just to be clear, because I had to look this up for one of my people, I kept waiting for her to get her email because it said they'll be emailed out on July 1, where they only were emailed out to coaches on July 1st. Does that make sense? So anybody who signed up as a coach last month, as of yesterday, got a promo code for $20 off the accessory bundle of MM100 or $10 off just the digital unlock, which basically makes it the same price if they just bought the whole thing this month. Stay with me. If you sold a challenge pack last month to a customer who doesn't want to be a coach but wants to do MM100, they will get their promo code on July 16th via email from Beachbody. But I also heard that the promo code is MM100 and that everybody's just going in and putting it in as of now and not waiting. But in order to actually get the discount now, they'd have to sign up as a coach. So in either case, it really makes no difference. Does that make sense? It's fine. Okay. So what I had my girl do, because she was a customer, wanted to be a coach, I kept saying, well, I'll send you the link when you get your code. I'll send you the link. Wasn't getting it. So I looked up the FAQ. She signed up, paid the $40, submitted the form to get the $40 back, and then got her promo code and bought MM100. Does that make sense? In case any of you have that configuration going on. The promo codes are all new to all of us. So
There, I did notice that there's a promo code for Portion Fix this month, which is kind of funny.
yes.
So if you have anybody who wants to have a intense nutrition program, you can offer that and they get $10 off. And you can offer it to 5 people. So keep that in mind if you have anyone talking about Portion Fix that wants to buy MM100 and they want Portion Fix, they could get $10 off. I know I don't sell that enough. I don't talk about it enough. I feel like it was like all we talked about and then I just stopped talking about it. I need to do better. Well, what other questions do you have about any of launch things?
I have a question. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm driving. Sorry. I have a couple people asking me if they can get, they don't want Shakeology. I'm trying to get them to do the performance line, but they want to know if they can just get BOD plus MM100. And it didn't show on there, so I didn't think they could. without getting Shakeology or the Performance Line?
They can if they're a coach.
Okay, no, they would be new customer.
Yeah. Then if they're just going to be a customer, then no, they can't. They have to wait till the 16th. Once the 16th hits, then they can do that.
Okay, I'm trying to get them to realize that it doesn't make sense to pay the $99 and then pay the whatever it is, 37 or 50 bucks for just the digital, because they're going to be ending up paying just as much
They will.
anyways.
They're going to end up paying more than they need to, which is just silly.
So, okay, thank you.
Andy, I know you mentioned like to talk about what we're doing with people who sign up as coaches right now just for the discount.
Yes.
I would love to
Okay.
dive into
Here's
that.
what I was thinking of. I really think it needs to be a case by case thing, because you might have somebody who signed up as a discount coach who you know because you've had the conversations with them, you've talked to them about their goals and where they are now and blah, 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 that they really need to just focus on the challenge group. And if you put them in somewhere like the team page or anything that has to do with coaching, it's going to be overwhelming. So I wouldn't put them in the team page. So I came up with an email last night that I can send to whoever wants to see it, just the verbiage that I used, that is basically what I send to a challenger, even though these people signed up as coaches. And in that email, I mentioned, like, basically I said something to the effect of, just to reiterate, you are signed up as a coach, so you have earning potential. If you were to inspire anybody to do this with you, if you have some friends who want to do this with you, if you invite anybody to join us, you will make 25% commission. I will help you get them signed up the same way that you got signed up. So I'm just letting them know that, like, we will take them under their wing. But I also reiterate that there's no requirement to do that. But I want it to be on their radar that that's possible, because I think more often than not, if you took out the whole thing of coaching, like from a business mindset, when Sally signs up to do something that's really rad, she's automatically going to call her best friend and be like, I just decided to do this. Why don't you just do this with me? And I think a lot of times from our perspective, we forget that it can be as simple as them being like, hey, dude, Jessica, you should do this with me too, So that's why I wanted to put that in there and just let them know that there's nothing extra that they have to learn or do or know, like, we've got you on that. But in the case that, maybe it's somebody you've been working with for a while, they've been in a challenge group, or maybe you know them well enough to know that they're like slightly interested, you can always just ask them. But with one of the girls that I signed up yesterday, I don't know her personally. And just in our little brief conversations, I thought, you know what, I think that this is something she'd really love. And so I sent her the challenge group email that I'll share with you guys. Then I also sent her my welcome to the team email that has the link to the team page, as well as the very first sentences after I welcome them. I say, watch this quick video. It's 2 minutes of me explaining basically discount coach, hobby coach, career coach. Text me, and I provide my number with which one you feel like you want to do. She texted me back right away and said she wants to be a career coach. I'm like, okay. And you never know, she could quit next week, like somebody else who did that to me last week. But so I think you just kind of talk to them. Like I said, I'll share that email. But I wouldn't throw every single discount coach into the team page. I just think it can be overwhelming. And you don't want to lose them in the challenge group because you put coaching in front of them when they're like, dude, I just thought I was getting a discount. So that's kind of how I plan to work this with all these people. Delaney Brand.
I've also been asked if they can, like, people are like, okay, so if I want to do, it's just because this is how people are. Like, if I want to get the discount for MM100, and then can I cancel my coach account as soon as it's done? How are you handling that conversation?
I think it's a valid question. I think it's normal for people to ask that. I always just say that you can cancel just as easily as you signed up. There's no strings attached. There's no cancellation fees. And then I just say, you know, I'm hopeful that you love this lifestyle so much that you want to continue on, even if just for the discount. And then I always reiterate, there's no requirement to do the business. And I also tell people, you know, Beachbody just doesn't have a preferred customer program. So this is how we give people who are preferred customers discounts. Doesn't mean you have to do anything, but I say, you know, the perk is that even if you don't want anything to do with the business, but your best friend wants to do this with you, well, you can sign them up instead of me signing them up. So it's kind of nice that that's already there for you. I think that's kind of how I worded it in the email, and I wrote it late last night, so I don't remember exactly, but something to that effect. But I think it's totally fine to let people know, you know, we don't want you to cancel, but know that you're not like, you know, signing your life away. Hopefully they want to stick around. The truth is, and I've said this on a lot of calls, for me at least, I have far more people stick around who are signed up as coaches, even if they never, ever, ever do anything with the business, than people who stay on as challengers. That's just been my experience. And then, of course, I do have those challengers who continue to pay full price for years now on Shakeology, which boggles my mind, but okay. So let's talk a little bit about, if you guys don't mind, what I'm kind of thinking of. I've been brainstorming this, and I mentioned it to Anna when we saw each other the other day, about what is this challenge group going to look like. And of course, you guys can totally run your own challenge groups. Don't feel like you have to do this with us for MM100. But for anybody who wants to run it as a team, I had this idea of, instead of starting a new MM100 group, you know, a month in or 2 months in or whatever, and having it get kind of complicated with, you know, a round 2 and a round 3, because we've seen this pattern with other programs that there's just not as much engagement in those second groups for whatever reason. It kind of makes me sad for the people who were in for the first time, and then it's round 2 and it's just quiet. We can't quite figure out why, because we feel like we're doing the same thing in that group than the first one. So my idea was, if we start the MM100 group on July 22nd with prep week, all the workouts come out July 29 and we go, what if every other Sunday we welcome in new people? So anybody who buys after July 29 up until that, you know, 2 Sundays later, whatever, you let them know we're going to be opening up the group again on Sunday, the whatever, and we will welcome you in. In the meantime, my plan is to come up with an email that has more of the prep week information, so that for those people, you can send them an email and they're going to get all that prep week stuff. So you can kind of prep them individually on your own, but we don't have to worry about starting a whole nother group. Then on Sunday, we as a team let whoever's, you know, in charge for that Sunday know these are the people we're welcoming, and we'll do a whole post about them. You know, welcome to the group, Emily and Becky and Anna and Afton. We're so glad you're here. Whatever it is, you know, it's excited for you to start your 100 workouts. I thought that because this program is not just 21 days, that might be a better game plan. But what do you guys think? Do you think that that would be a deficit for people not starting on day 1 with all of us? I like that, you know, with 80 Day, it was so focused on day 1, day 2, day 3. I think that would have been challenging. But this is more about doing the 100 workouts. So I feel like as long as we stay consistent with, we're just trying to help people get in the rhythm with these workouts through the full 100, even if that means, you know, we're already on day 25 and you're on our workout 25 and you're on workout 1, that's okay. Like, we all just keep going. What are your guys' thoughts with that? If anybody has any.
I do. Hold on. Bye-bye. I was just thinking, even when we did 80 Day, there were times that people like got behind, and so we weren't all exactly on the same day anyway, so I think that's totally fine. One of the things that, are you staying? One of the things, that I've been doing is not necessarily doing a long week of prep, because for me, I feel like
people in my challenge groups don't even check in until like official start date. And so they're missing all the things I'm posting anyway. Like the same few people are like looking at it and liking it and commenting, but like it misses the group engagement. So what I've been doing is working my prep week stuff into my first, like the first full week. So it's like, for example, like for the water post or whatever, I feel like that's something that I constantly am forgetting about anyway. And so I'm always bringing it up throughout the week and not just like once in prep week. So I feel like if we are reintroducing, we could send the people that are new like a prep week email, but also just kind of reiterating those points and topics in throughout the week, sprinkling them back in throughout the 100 days, because you know everyone's going to forget. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with Tara. It seems like somebody, or more than one person, is usually on a different day anyway. You know, we miss a day or something, so I think that works.
And I'm also seeing more and more, I mean, even with 21 Day Fix, like how many clients do you have who have started the 21 Day Fix over and over and over and never got to the end? I've told so many of my clients lately, stop starting over. I don't care what day you're on, and I don't care how much time it's been since the last time you pressed play. Just press play on the next one. Just keep going, because that becomes such a mental block. And I've helped a few of them through that now, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I never thought I was ever going to finish these 21 days, and I did it. And it took me 2 months, but I did it. I feel like that's far more powerful for the longevity of this lifestyle than making sure somebody's doing it perfect. Because the reality is there's going to be, and I don't say this from a negative place at all, but there's going to be, you know, not as many people who do it exactly perfect than the regular person who we're trying to help just get in a rhythm with their healthy lifestyle, who's,
Right.
you know, they might take 150 days or whatever the case may be. And that's okay. I want them to know that's okay. The whole point is, let's be better. Let's continue to move forward. Keep going. So I think that that will help foster that mindset as well.
Well, and if that's the case, because then there will be certain people who finish after the 100 days in the group. And then there's going to be some people that finish after 114 days and 128 days. And it could be the place, I know we talked about this, and I don't know if this is the time to do it, but to just have like an ongoing challenge group where it's not just always starting over. And so then these people can just continue on and start another program, but still the same familiar faces. And it's not like, oh, because you didn't start on day one, now the group is like tiny.
Out. That's a good point. That's a really good
that you could just keep those people on, and like, you know, people can opt out, but
Yeah.
then it could just be kind of like a holding place for people who've done like a big accomplishment. Because after you, like, even after 80-day obsession or even Lift 4 or any of the big programs, then you like go back to, you like start a new group, and it's like those people aren't going to engage in a prep week. They're probably not going to engage with like somebody who's brand new. It
That's
just
a really good point.
keeps them engaged and attached.
Yeah.
It also might help the people that like do miss some workouts in between not feel so bad to like not finish it. Like say they only are on day 80 at day 100, you know, like they're more likely to go ahead and finish those last 20 if there's other people still going.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. For sure. Well, good. We'll definitely come up with, you know, logistically what this is going to look like. And I think that the whole reason I said every other Sunday is so that nobody falls through the cracks getting announced, because I think it's easy to say like, oh, anytime we add somebody new, we're going to like welcome them in. But, you know, what if they don't get the big welcome that Cece got or whatever, you know? I think if we stay consistent with that as a team, doing it this, you know, on the same day, making sure everybody gets that warm welcome, I think that will help too with those new people. Because I mean, I know I've added people late in the game in a group before, and then you never hear from them, and it's like you feel bad. And it's probably because they're like jumping in, and you know, even if you said welcome to the group, it's just, it doesn't have the oomph. So I think that that's a sticking point that we're going to need to focus on and make sure that we make it not just another Sunday post, but like a big deal that these people are now coming in and maybe we partner them up, something to make it exciting and fun and all of that. To really get them going. All right. Well, those were the big things I wanted to talk about tonight. I feel like the last few calls we've gone over so much, so I kind of just wanted to keep it simple tonight. I hope that's okay with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Are there any other questions or comments or anything? Anything else you girls want to talk about?
I just have a quick question for the people who are joining on the 16th as customers. Will they have access to just the 5 mini prep?
Just the 5
ones?
mini, yes. And we will no longer have access to phase 1. On the 16th, it's going away for everybody.
Okay.
But everybody will have the 5 minis. So the 5 minis will start on the 22nd in prep week. I think because they gave us those 5, we're going to do the prep week, even though we just talked a lot of trash about prep weeks. It's okay. I think for this group, we're going to do it. I get it.
There's not always like a program that gives you prep week workouts. That's different than like having a group where no one can really post their workouts until the day they start. So I feel like my people at least kind of check out, even though I try to get them to engage. It more like it's all of a sudden day 1 comes and everyone's there. I'm like, well, where were you at prep week?
Right.
But now that they have prep week workouts, that's like a whole different.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a different vibe.
Yeah. No, I've been feeling it too with our prep weeks. I just feel like it's like, hello.
Well, I think for a lot of people, it's like we've done prep week. They know what I'm going to say. They know what the posts are out. And so they're kind of like, yeah, okay, I know this is where the water and this is where we do the food prep when we go to the store. Like, they like autopilot.
Yeah.
I feel like they know it already. But there are those people that are new that, we needed this for. So I gotta get this know what I'm going to say.
Totally. All right. Well,
I have one more, totally off subject, but I don't know. I guess I feel a little confused, overwhelmed. The whole summit thing. Are you guys gonna just explain like scheduling and like everybody's buying all these clothes and stuff and workout stuff, and so I was just wondering if, because like the hard hitters, they have a whole schedule of like photo ops and all that. Are you gonna do something like that for our team just to clarify like what we're doing and when for summit?
yes, I can do that for
you. Just show up with me and just follow me where I go. I'll show you.
Okay.
You don't need. It'll be fine.
I will let you know. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yes, that's on my agenda this week to kind of figure, make sure we're on the same page with hard hitters and that we're, at all the things. But we move as a pack at Summit. For those of you who haven't been before, we all will start a text chain so that we can get a hold of this. So everybody always knows where everybody's going. We go everywhere together. So don't you worry, Becky.
We so
we can
close.
wear whatever we want, right? I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many people wearing so much different things, and it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
So stressed about the clothes my first year, and then I got there and I was like, oh. So now I just look at it like I'm the person who never gets dressed up. I like to take it as an opportunity to wear cute things because I never do. But there's no need to stress on it. We wear workout clothes during the day, and at night a cute outfit. If that, it can be.
Or we borrow each other's clothes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Dig through each other's suitcase. But I'm gonna go to the mall on Sunday, Becky. If you want to come.
I will try to come with you. Yeah.
Okay.
What I miss?
We were talking about MM100 and doing the whole like every other Sunday welcoming new people in rather than starting a new group. And then we're talking about Summit.
I like it. My only like It's not even a hang up because we've proven now that it's obviously not effective any other way with doing any other round. I feel like that's just not, that it doesn't work. But I do know, like, well, people like to be doing the same workouts, but I guess technically you'll be doing the same workout. It's just be a different day.
Yeah.
And I think we will build it up so much to our customer, and they'll be doing it because they're seeing that we're doing it on social media. And so they'll be just as excited to join a group who's doing it, I think, with this big of a launch like this, than like waiting and maybe losing like momentum and joining a group that kind of is not as much of a hype as like the original.
What do we do though about, like, do we just extend it? We just keep going?
So Anna had a good point there. So when the first round, whoever actually finishes per the calendar finishes, I think we need to have a game plan for what are they going to do next, and maybe provide a calendar for them in there, or provide a, this is what we're going to do next in there until people finish. I mean, with that,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's rolling right into a new program.
It probably is. There's got to be a point at which we're not adding new people. We're not going to add new people 80 days in. So figuring that out, but I think by then we're probably already going to be moving on to whatever we hear about at Summit, honestly. So, and I think too, by sticking to welcoming every other Sunday, I made up the every other Sunday thing. If you guys think that that's a bad idea or have a better idea, I'm all ears. But that way there's at least a group of people all starting workout one at the same time.
Well, and we can put it in the team page as like, hey, we have another group being added.
Yeah.
If you want to promote, or if you're pushing, this person's ready to rock and roll kind of thing.
Yeah.
And do you think they'll launch a new program before January? Like, will there be a December launch? Because this, I had to literally write it out on a calendar for somebody last night, like the 100th day. And it's like November 9th or 12th or something like that. So do you think they'll launch another program before January?
They may give us, like, it might be more of like, it won't go on sale until January 1, but you'll have like the prep week and you'll get the, kind of similar to this. Cause I would imagine that this is a successful launch with how many, I would foresee them doing something similar like this.
Because then we could just figure out like how many days there are after the 100-day mark until like the sale of the new program. And that's how long we'll allow people to join this group, to make sure that people finish MM100 before the next launch.
And the good news is we will know all of that next week. Yeah. I keep hearing that we will, as a network, be very happy with what's coming. And I have a feeling they're alluding to whatever program's going to be December or January launch, and more products. I think they're going to be giving us more products. That's just the vibe I've been getting, which is great news, you guys, because look at these other companies who have a million things for people to buy. And we've been asking for more consumables for a long time because people are going to buy these things somewhere. So it's going to be
interesting to see what it is.
I know.
Well, because hasn't there been kind of talk about clothing line?
Yes.
And us being able to sell the clothing line, like as a more lucrative way.
One of the best ideas I heard, this is just an idea that a coach said, hey, we should do this. So it's probably not happening, but like a Farm Fresh to You. We should, or not Farm Fresh to You, but what's the,
Go Fresh. Freshly.
Go Fresh. No. Thank you. Is that what it's called? Go Fresh?
No.
Everybody should totally do that. The meals delivered and I don't know.
In container portions?
Yes. Portion fix or to be delivered to your home. You can pick how many.
Be awesome. It won't happen. Maybe not today.
Maybe Isabel Deichler is on it. Maybe she's been working on this. You never know.
You never know.
With what's his name?
My backyard.
What's his name? Darren. Darren and Isabel have been working on this.
They're going to rock it together.
No, I don't know.
Did anybody else feel like the workout today was so fast? Like
it felt like it was 10 minutes.
Huh?
It felt like it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I thought maybe I fast forwarded through something, like missed half of it. I was like, that was really fast.
Well,
I have a
Andrew
question. You said last round, and I was like, did I do the 20-minute one, not the
Did
30?
you?
Yes, I have a question about that. Like this phase, this 10 days we're doing now, it's not the same 10 days that we're going to be doing in the first 10 days, is it?
It is.
So we're
These are
just
the
like,
first 10 workouts.
We're just getting a glimpse.
okay.
And if you guys want to know more about what all these phases look like and what's to come, I posted a video into the 100 Days info group last night of Jericho doing a Q&A, and that was like the first question is, tell me how these phases work. What do they look like?
Yeah, she kept saying like, it's amazing what you can do in 26 minutes. And I was like, 26 minutes? And then it was over. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm real sore.
I'm sore like in different places,
Me
like in
too.
super random places, and I'm like, okay.
The middle of my back, like down my spine.
Yeah.
What's that?
It was a lot of flies. A lot of flies. I'm pretty sure I could fly myself to Indy now with how many flies I did in 26 minutes.
But
Are
I went
there-
to
are there
Smart- I
active
think it's
rest
from
days?
yesterday.
Yes, there's active rest days.
Because I was looking through phase 1, and I was like, do we not get a rest day till like day 20?
Well, I
I
think
know
one of the
there are-
workouts. I think one of the workouts. It's technically it's like a roll and release kind of. So I think
I just know that like I've already had somebody ask about that. You know, is this like 100 work? Are we working out for 100 days? And I'm like, no. And then I was looking, and I was like,
maybe we are.
but I don't really know what the
You
answer.
know what? She was on the 411 page on an interview, and it said that it is like it does go through, but one day is like a stretching day. It's not like complete working out. It's like stretching because she thinks everyone needs to have a stretch day. So if you go to that 411 page, the interview like explains the whole program. And she also said that for people who are wanting more than the 25-minute workouts, there's going to be another calendar that she has that includes like different things if you're wanting to add on to a different thing.
All I know is, can we talk about her arms today? I mean,
Gosh,
she
I
was
told
like,
Eric, I'm like, she's like goal. She's
Yeah.
just so toned. How do you get so toned?
I've never seen lines like that, but without looking like a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
She
and
doesn't
she's
seem like she
she's
doesn't. Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
so little,
Yeah, she's. I
she's
think
like-
we're the same height.
pinky.
Yeah, she's mini.
I also kind of wonder what she actually eats. Like, yeah.
She's got to eat a ton of protein because there's no
But
way.
I
you
doubt
go
she
to-
follows like the same nutrition plan.
She said, didn't Andrea, you heard, she said she does portion picks. She saw an interview with Carl, Autumn, and her, and they do portion picks.
She did portion fix with the test group of big coaches. And she talked about doing portion fix, and that's why she partnered with Autumn.
So that's
Well,
what
she-
she does.
Doesn't have treat days then.
She does not eat cookies and ice cream.
Yes, I think she's like Autumn. She lives a really strict diet.
She probably has somebody preparing it all for her, guys. Cut yourself some slack, okay?
Exactly, but I want her arms.
Somebody is bringing that Shakeology to her, timed nutrition, right when it's supposed to happen, and those amazing recipes that look like the cookbook. Bobby, what's his name? Autumn's brother is delivering them to her. So come on. This baby is sweating all over me. I need to go. Is that why you're not sleeping?
It's okay. We're just talking crap about our 8-month-old. James just hid in a corner and he's like, he's a faker. He's faking us out already. I saw him. I watched him. I saw it in his eyes. I'm not going to make it. 7 more days.
7 more
days.
Eight
That's all I
years.
keep saying. 7 more days. No more nursing. No more anything.
You could sleep.
Right. 'Cause we sleep at Summit. There's so much sleep.
I know. For those of you who haven't been to Summit, you don't sleep much. Sorry.
It can't be any less than I'm getting now. So I feel like it's a win somewhere.
You know what? I think it's also just worse for us West Coasters. Another reason it should be in Vegas next year. That's what kills me. Sorry, off topic. But being
All right, well,
at 5:30 in the morning when it feels like 2:30 in the morning just hurts my brain.
It's like my sweet hour. Just kidding. Well, just keep telling us what is helpful and what is, we're trying to share our invites and put them on the page is what's working, what isn't. I will say if you are an Instagrammer, you need to start working on building relationships with people. Instagram wants you. They're not going to show your stuff. They want you to make relationships. So if you need to re-up your 531 training, make sure you watch it. I think paying attention to just different trainings that are out there and being updated, I think is going to be really essential to your business in the next couple of months.
Quick Instagram question. Does anybody know, like as of, I think it was last week, what the algorithm is right now with hashtags, if it's in the caption or comments? Like if either or is still effective?
I've never known the difference.
Oh, they switch back and forth as to like if it's not in your caption, it like doesn't go very far. But then they switched back to like letting it be a comment, and then I feel like something switched last week, but I wasn't sure if anybody knew anything about that.
I'm gonna look into that. I don't know because I keep putting it in my comments. I want to know.
Me too. Can I tell you how much I really don't like the word algorithm? It's like my least favorite word on the planet. Not really joking. Dear algorithms, dear Instagram, can you just make my music feature work? Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's go make some moves. I got some power hour left here to do. And who knows what the night might unfold to be. Did you guys take a picture?
No.
Did anyone take one earlier with everybody on?
No, we did not.
Did anyone take one with their phone?
No.
No.
Oh, Paula. Paula for the win.
Can you share that in the team page, Paula? Gracias. All right. Well, let's take a smile and then let's go do the things. Let's go find some people. 531 them. Because that's not also an algorithm. Please. Please. Smile. Are we meeting? We're going to talk next week, yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's Tuesday. Okay.
It is Tuesday. All right. I'll see you later.
Thanks for hopping on.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.